Hello all, myself Harsha M. Lakshmi, first year MSW student of Sri Shabarisha College, Kerala. Welcome all to my presentation. For my today's presentation of the course History, Philosophy and Field of Social Work, I will be dealing with the topic Gandhian ideologies of Sarvodaya, Antyodaya and Charkha. Moving to the introduction. Gandhian ideology revolves around the principles of simplicity, self reliance, and social justice, with core concepts such as Charkha, Sarvodaya, and Antyodaya at its heart. The Charkha, symbolizing self sufficiency, encouraged economic independence and promoted rural empowerment through the revival of hand spinning as a means to both economic and moral rejuvenation. Sarvodaya calls for the welfare and upliftment of all individuals, emphasizing that true progress is only achieved when the most marginalized in society are given the opportunity to thrive. Similarly, Antyodaya, a key principle of Gandhian thought, stresses that society's development must begin with the empowerment of the weakest and the poorest, ensuring that no one is left behind. Together, these principles advocate for a holistic vision of society based on equality, sustainability, and the moral responsibility to care for the welfare and its members. Hello all, myself Harsha M. Lakshmi, first year MSW student of Sri Shabarisha College, Kerala. Welcome all to my presentation. For my today's presentation of the course History, Philosophy and the Field of Social Work, I will be dealing with the topic Gandhian ideologies of Sarvodaya, Antyodaya and Charkha. In this topic, we are understanding the core principles of Mahatma Gandhi's vision. Moving to the introduction. Gandhian ideology revolves around the principles of simplicity, self-reliance, and social justice, with the core concepts such as Charkha, Sarvodaya, and Antyodaya at its heart. The Charkha, symbolizing self-sufficiency, encouraged economic independence and promoted rural empowerment through the revival of hand spinning as a means of both economic and moral rejuvenation. Sarvodaya calls for the welfare and upliftment of the individuals, emphasizing that true progress is only achieved when most marginalized in society are given the opportunity to thrive. Similarly, Antyodaya, a key principle of Gandhian thought, stresses that society's development must begin with the empowerment of the weakest and the poorest, ensuring that no one is left behind. Together, these principles advocate for the holistic vision of society based on equality, sustainability, and the moral responsibility to take care for the welfare of all its members. The next slide describes the introduction to Gandhian ideology. In brief, Mahatma Gandhi's vision was to create a society that was free from exploitation and tyranny, and to end British rule in India. His vision included a holistic approach to the social, economic, and cultural transformation. The idea of Swaraj, Sarvodaya, Antyodaya, and Charkha, basic mass education, and India's usage of soul force to bring about peace and a new world order formed some of the major aspects of Gandhi's vision. All these components of the Gandhian alternative were essentially Indian. Moving to the concept of Sarvodaya. The concept of Sarvodaya, meaning the welfare of all or the rise of all, is central to Mahatma Gandhi's vision of a just and inclusive society, rooted in the idea that true progress cannot be achieved unless it benefits every individual, particularly the marginalized. Sarvodaya advocates for the holistic development of all the people, regardless of their social, economic, or cultural background. Gandhiji believed that the ultimate goal of society should be ensure the well-being of everyone, particularly the poorest and the most vulnerable. The concept of Sarvodaya stresses the importance of non-violence, self-reliance, and moral integrity, where the social, economic, and political system are aligned with the human dignity. It calls for the eradication of poverty, inequality, and exploitation, and emphasizes decentralized grassroots driven development that empowers community to make decisions for their own welfare. In essence, Sarvodaya envisions a society where the collective progress of individuals lead to the overall upliftment of the humanity. Then the components of Sarvodaya, that includes good of individual in good of all. Lawyers work, barbers work same value. The life of laborer, tailor, handicraftsman is worth living. Sarvodaya is a way of life. Then ideology based on truth, non-violence. Then Sarvodaya is a philosophy of life and programs of action. The next concept is Antyodaya. That is, Antyodaya is a concept of Mahatma Gandhi that focuses on the upliftment of the poorest and the most marginalized people in the society. The word Antyodaya comes from Sanskrit, where Antya means last and Udaya means to rise. Then, it emphasizes that the true measure of a society's progress lies in the upliftment of its most marginalized and oppressed members. The term suggests that society should work together and well-being of the poorest, the weakest and the most disadvantaged, ensuring that no one is left behind the pursuit of progress. Antyodaya reflects Gandhiji's belief that social justice and equality can be achieved when the benefits of development reach the most vulnerable segments of society, such as the rural people, untouchables, and the other marginalized groups. The concept advocates for a bottom-up approach to development, where the policies and actions prioritize the needs and welfare of the disadvantaged. In essence, Antyodaya calls for the removal of inequality, exploitation, and the injustices, focusing on a society that upholds human dignity for all, especially the last and the most neglected members of the society. Then the explanation of Antyodaya. Gandhiji believed that the Antyodaya could only be achieved through Sarvodaya, which is development of all. Gandhi's philosophy of Antyodaya influenced leaders like Deen Dayal Upadhyay. Gandhi believed that the welfare of the marginalized should be at the center of India's social and economic efforts. Gandhi believed that the good of the individuals contained in the good of all. Gandhi believed that the development of all should be achieved through the welfare of the weakest in the society. Gandhi believed that the principles of cooperation and the collective endeavor are the central to the society. Then moving to the next topic, Charkha. Mahatma Gandhi ingeniously deployed the charkha or its spinning wheel as an important tool for the political emancipation by using it as a metaphor of ancient work ethics and as a symbol of economic and social reaction to the British rule. Mahatma Gandhi used the charkha or the spinning wheel as a symbol of India's freedom struggle. He believed that it represented the ancient work ethics, non-violence, and self-reliance. Gandhi also used the charkha to encourage India, Indians to reject the foreign made goods and support indigenous industries. Beyond the practical use, the Charkha is also embodied Gandhian values of simplicity, humility, and self discipline. It is served as a symbol of non violence and peaceful resistance, providing a way to challenge the colonial rule without resorting to violence. The Chakka was not just about spinning yarn, it was a symbol of economic empowerment, self respect, and a return to sustainable, decentralized forms of production that could strengthen the local communities. Gandhiji saw it as a way to unite masses in a common cause, creating a sense of national identity and self pride through the collective effort of spinning and weaving. Gandhi advocated the use of charkha as a means to encourage individuals, especially in rural areas, to produce their own cloth, thereby promoting self sufficiency and reducing the dependence on foreign goods, particularly the British manufactured textiles. This was a key element of Swadeshi movement during the struggle of independent India for the independence. The role of charkha in national movement, that is, the charkha represented the ancient work ethics and a way to combine dharma and practicality. The charkha was a symbol of non-violence and a way to achieve economic and social independence. The charkha was a symbol of self-reliance and a way to encounter the mechanization of India's textile industry. The charkha could be provide the poor with a supplementary income. Gandhi regularly spun cotton as a patriotic act. Gandhi gifted a portable charkha to an American missionary working for the poor in India. Gandhi initiated the Swadeshi movement by encouraging Indians to spin their own clothes. Sarvodaya, Antyodaya and Charkha were the most important ideologies of Gandhi that empowered the society, so empowered the Indian society. Moving to the next slide, we can discuss about the relevance of Gandhian ideology in modern society. That is, the relevance of Gandhian ideology in modern society remains significant despite the profound changes in the political, social, and economic landscapes. Gandhian principles such as non-violence, ahimsa, truth, that is satya, self-reliance, that is swadeshi, and the social justice continue to offer valuable guidance in addressing contemporary challenges. Nonviolence. In a world increasingly marked by the conflict, war, and terrorism, Gandhian nonviolence offers an alternative approach to resolving the dispute and fostering peace. The philosophy encourages dialogue, empathy, and peaceful solutions, promoting global cooperation rather than division. Then Sarvodaya and social justice. Gandhian vision of Sarvodaya and Antyodaya resonates with today's calls for social equality and justice. His emphasizes on eradicating poverty, promoting education, and uplifting marginalized communities aligns with the contemporary movements for the social equity, such as those addressing racial, economic, and gender equalities. Sustainability. And in era of environmental degradation and overconsumption, Gandhi's call for simple living and self-reliance is more relevant than ever. His emphasis on Swadeshi advocates for sustainable practices, reducing dependence on global supply chains can often harm the environment. Then the decentralized development. That is, the Gandhian ideology promotes decentralization and grassroots development, empowering local communities to take charge of their well being. This approach is increasingly relevant as modern societies grapple with the issues such as corporate control, urbanization, and the need for inclusive economic system. The modern society faces complexities that Gandhi could not have foreseen. His ideals provide timeless solutions to pressing global issues. His focus on the peace, justice, and sustainability and ethical living continues to inspire individuals and movements striving for a more compassionate and equitable world. Then, relevance of Gandhian ideologies in modern society includes the point education. Gandhiji emphasizes on holistic education that help people to develop their mind, body, and spirit. In conclusion, Antyodaya, or the upliftment of the poorest, the most deprived groups of people, was also a mission close to the Mahatma's heart. Gandhi's idea of development was a Sarvodaya, and the development of all through Antyodaya, or the uplifting of the poorest, the most deprived groups of people, was also a mission close to Mahatma's heart. Gandhiji's idea of development was of Sarvodaya, the development of all through Antyodaya. The pulse of nature's fight for the independence is found in the Charkha spinning. The history is woven into the voyage from the looms of the sacrifice to the fabric liberty. Thank you.